The Philadelphia 76ers are fighting for their postseason lives against the Boston Celtics, but major roster changes are already looming on the horizon. It appears the organization has effectively moved on from Trendon Watford, as his playing time has completely evaporated during this crucial playoff run. Despite his versatile contributions throughout the regular season, Nick Nurse has relegated him to the sidelines, signaling that Watford likely has no future in Philadelphia beyond this campaign.
Your brand new iPhone deserves the best protection, and the iLume 3-Pack Screen Protector Plus 3-Pack Camera Lens Protector has you covered. Don't take risks with your iPhone. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
The drama in Philadelphia does not stop there, as the coaching staff is sending a direct, high-stakes message to Quentin Grimes regarding his recent performance. After being a consistent contributor all year, Grimes has seen his minutes slashed in the playoffs because of a concerning lack of offensive aggressiveness. He is currently playing himself out of a potential new contract, and unless he snaps out of this slump immediately, he might find himself permanently glued to the bench. The bench unit is under the microscope as Nick Nurse scrambles to find reliable scoring support for the upcoming Game 4 showdown. Following a disastrous showing in Game 3, where Philadelphia bench players managed only 14 total points, the pressure is mounting on players like Justin Edwards to step up. The Celtics are clearly outworking the secondary rotation, and the Sixers must find a way to get their perimeter shooters back in the flow of the game if they want to survive. Finally, the moment Philadelphia fans have been praying for has arrived as superstar Joel Embiid is officially set to return for Game 4 tonight. After undergoing surgery for appendicitis just 2 weeks ago, Embiid has cleared his final medical hurdles and is ready to rejoin the fight against Boston. The comeback is on, the stakes are at an all-time high, and you do not want to miss a second of this coverage, so hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell to stay updated on every twist in this series. Ever wonder what it actually means when a player disappears from the rotation? Right now, the Philadelphia 76ers are locked in a gritty playoff battle against the Celtics, but behind the scenes, there is a much quieter drama unfolding regarding the future of Trendon Watford. Despite being one of the most intriguing low-cost pickups of the last year, it looks like the team has already made up its mind. Let's look at the cold, hard numbers. In the first 3 games of this series, Watford has logged exactly 7 minutes of action, and that was only because Game 1 turned into a total blowout. Even down the home stretch of the regular season, he was essentially sidelined, racking up 4 DNPCDs in April alone. It is a harsh reality for a guy who, by all accounts, was a Swiss Army knife for this squad. Honestly, when you look back at his season, it's a bit of a head-scratcher. He gave the Sixers meaningful minutes, versatility, and even a triple-double that had everyone buzzing. He filled gaps as a forward and played point forward when the roster was depleted. You'd think that kind of utility would make him untouchable, but in the modern NBA, if you have one fatal flaw, your versatility doesn't matter much. That flaw, the three-point shot. In a system desperate for floor spacing, Watford just couldn't provide the perimeter threat Nick Nurse needed to keep defenses honest. It's a brutal realization, but in this league, if you can't hit the open shot, you're often fighting an uphill battle for rotation minutes. It feels like the writing is officially on the wall for his time in Philadelphia. The coaching staff has clearly moved on, and while that's a tough pill for him to swallow, it doesn't mean his career is over. He's shown enough flashes of brilliance that he'll definitely find a home elsewhere when free agency rolls around. What do you think? Did the Sixers give up on him too soon, or is this just the price of playing on a championship-caliber roster? Hit that subscribe button and let me know your take in the comments below. After all, in the NBA, today's bench warmer is often tomorrow's secret weapon. Ever wonder what happens when a player hits the biggest stage of their career and just disappears? That is exactly the dilemma unfolding in Philadelphia right now. We all know the 76ers are built for a deep run, boasting a roster that on paper is lethal, but the playoffs have a funny way of exposing the cracks. Enter Quentin Grimes. During the regular season, he was the heartbeat of that second unit, logging 30 minutes a night and proving he could carry the scoring load. But fast forward to the postseason, and something has gone cold. In Game 3 against the Celtics, Nick Nurse, known for being a straight shooter, slashed Grimes' minutes down to just 15, and the results were grim. A mere 2 points and a -8 rating. That is not just a bad game, that is a wake-up call. It is bizarre to watch someone go from dropping 20 in a regular season finale to putting up just 19 total points over his last 4 postseason appearances. The eye test tells us he is playing trigger-shy, and frankly, the Celtics are eating that predictability for breakfast. Here is the reality check. Grimes is an impending free agent. This is the moment you play for your next big contract, but instead, he is handing management every reason to look the other way. If he does not find his aggressive edge immediately, he is not just hurting the Sixers' championship hopes, he is sabotaging his own future. Can he shake the nerves and become the X-factor Philly desperately needs, or is his time in the city of brotherly love already coming to an end? Sound off in the comments below with your thoughts. Is it time to bench him for good, or will he bounce back in Game 4? If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the NBA playoffs. Is the Sixers' championship window closing before our eyes, or is there still life in this bench unit? As we gear up for a pivotal Game 4 against the Celtics, one thing has become painfully clear. You simply cannot win in the playoffs with a ghost town performance from your reserves. In their crushing Game 3 loss, the Philadelphia bench was almost non-existent, putting up a measly 14 points. And honestly, 12 of those were just Andre Drummond doing the heavy lifting. When guys like Quentin Grimes and Justin Edwards combined for 0 points on their only attempts, it's not just a bad night, it's a red flag. Compare that to the Celtics, whose bench dropped a massive 35 points, and you see exactly why Philly is backed into a corner. Coach Nick Nurse isn't hitting the panic button yet, suggesting that their lack of production was more about the game's flow and limited minutes than a lack of skill. But let's be real, the Sixers need a spark. Nurse says he wants to see them play hard and rebound, but in a series this tight, playing hard isn't enough. They need to start hitting shots when the spotlight is hottest. If Philly wants to keep their season alive, they need to stop waiting for the game to come to them and start forcing the issue on the perimeter. So, what's your take? Can this bench step up and silence the doubters on Sunday, or are we watching the end of the road for this roster? Drop a comment below and let me know if you think they've got a comeback in them, and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss our post-game breakdown. After all, in the playoffs, you're only as strong as your weakest link. Stop everything, because the Philadelphia 76ers just dropped the news everyone has been praying for. Joel Embiid is back. In a massive turn of events, the Superstar Center is set to return for tonight's Game 4 against the Boston Celtics, just over 2 weeks removed from emergency surgery for appendicitis. If you've been following this saga, you know the last few days have been an absolute roller coaster. We went from Embiid being ruled out completely to questionable, and finally the green light we were all waiting for. It's wild to think that less than 48 hours ago, the vibe was pure uncertainty. Coach Nick Nurse was keeping things close to the vest, describing Embiid as simply not ready yet, while he grinded through high-intensity on-court workouts. The narrative was shifting hourly, from doubtful to hopeful, and let's be real, watching a player recover from surgery is never a linear path. Rookie VJ Edgecombe put it best earlier this week. While everyone is dying for him to suit up, the priority had to be his long-term health. Nobody wanted to rush a guy back from an abdominal procedure, but when you're staring down the Celtics in the playoffs, long-term takes a backseat to the urgency of right now. Embiid's return changes the entire complexion of this series. It's not just about his scoring. It's the gravity he commands and the physical toughness he brings to a locker room fighting for its life. The question now is, how much gas does he have in the tank? Will he look like his MVP self, or will the surgery impact his conditioning in the fourth quarter? It's a massive gamble, but in the postseason, you roll the dice with your best player every single time. What do you think? Is this the spark that saves the Sixers, or is the risk too high against a team as polished as Boston? Drop a comment below and let me know your take. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay locked in as we cover every twist and turn of this playoff run. Sometimes, greatness isn't just about the skill on the court, but the sheer willpower to step back onto it when the odds are stacked against you.